Okay, after you've done a little bit of work, it's a good idea to save your work. Pay attention to this, please. This is important because I'm going to watch you saving your work. And if you're not following what I'm telling you right here, understand there's a reason for what I'm about to show you. First off, by default, these documents are untitled. I can't tell you how many kids have folders full of untitled documents. You want to be able to find your work, and naming conventions are your friend. So you have to think a little bit. Now, yours is going to be different than mine. Keywords here, how can I remember this? Improbable dreams. Now that's a good way for me to remember what this file is about. So when I come up to File, Save, and don't do, I have kids do Save As over and over and over. Now there's a reason to use Save As, and we'll get to that, but for right now, Command S is your friend. Now this dialog box opens up like this by default, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's the lowest common denominator. Open that up. I want your save dialog boxes opened up so you can see what's going on. And then what view are you in? Icon view, list view, and column view. I want you in column view, and there's a reason for this. Trust me. Okay, and if you didn't see those shortcuts, Command 1, Command 2, Command 3. This works in the Finder too. I want you guys, and by default, you guys are probably going to be saving things to your Documents folder. That's just fine. We'll start organizing these into other folders in the future. But save your work in your Documents folder. Mine is inside Quest that's inside my Dropbox, which allows me to get to these files at school. Now, listen, this is important. This is hugely important. Do you notice how the name of the file is highlighted by default, but the .ai is not highlighted? That's because you type to the left of the dot. The computer handles everything to the right of the dot. But I constantly see kids do this. Do not do this. Highlight everything and start typing. No. No, no, no. I'm going to cancel, then Command S again to pull up that dialog box. Do not delete the extension. Do not type the extension. Don't add anything. This is highlighted so you can begin typing something that describes your file, right? And there's a reason for camel case. Starting out with a lowercase letter and then using a cap for each additional word. You can name these however you want. This is a very good habit to get into, and I will explain why later, okay? And trust me, good habit to get into as far as naming conventions go. .ai is sitting there. I did not type it. I typed to the left. You got that? I can't tell you how many kids are going to work in this little box and have files that are named incorrectly and the extensions missing. This will make me go a little ballistic. If you've done this quest and you're not paying attention to this, understand this is something we're going to use all year long, and I want you to save your files correctly. Now, by default, you get this second dialog box. What version of Illustrator do you want? There are reasons to change this. In this classroom, 99.9% of the time you will never change this. So just get used to clicking OK after you save. Now look, our improbably dreams, okay, you probably saw me type that wrong. This will be our little secret that Scotchko can't spell while he types or while he talks. All right, so our file is saved correctly. Let's come back and talk fonts.